Hey guys, welcome to the last game of the night. Lemurs on the Loose. This is a Powered by the Apocalypse game written by our very own Eliot here. So I'm super excited. It sounds like it's going to be chaotic as heck. Um, so hand it off to you. Tell everyone what's going on.
All right, so it's a one-page game that is inspired by Honey Heist and powered by the Apocalypse. The idea for it was inspired by when I was a kid at the zoo, and there was actually a lemur that was hanging out in the tree next to the enclosure, and they had to come catch it. So turn that into a game, and all the players are going to be lemurs who are escaping their enclosures and wreaking havoc while trying to escape the zoo. When you donate, if you'd like, you can specify something fun you would like them to find in the zoo. I have a list I can go off of. It can be fun random items like water guns, or somebody suggested a rocket launcher if you donate $100 and we enter chaos mode. So just come up with whatever, or I'll work off my list, but it should be lots of fun. And I'm really excited to see where this goes. And then I guess we go around and everybody else introduces themselves.
Starting with.
I'll start. My name is Andrew. I'm from The First Watch, which is a cinematic actual play. And I'm super excited to be here tonight and be playing an II lemur named Captain, who has a little sailor's cap that he has pilfered from a child at some point during zoo excursions. And yes, he's got sticky and dexterous fingers, and we'll see what type of trouble that gets him into.
Lots of trouble.
All of the trouble, obviously.
I'm JJ. I use they, them pronouns. I'm playing Lewis, the mouse lemur, who's managed to get his hands on a leash, a smaller leash, more like a Chihuahua leash, but a leash nonetheless. I'm also very excited. I don't have anything to plug, so I will pass it to the next person.
Is it a Chihuahua leash, or is it one of those leashes parents use to keep track of their kids?
Yes. Is it a monkey backpack leash?
Yes. That is beautiful.
I think the mouse lemur would fit inside the backpack.
Yes. Would.
That's amazing. I'm Brianna Jean. You can find me on Aboard the Opal Star and Disciples of the Eight, and eventually a Monster of the Week thing called Tempest Multi. It's getting there. And today I'm going to be playing a Sifaka lemur called Butterfly. She's got these sunglasses that someone gave her because apparently they saw that one TV show on PBS that had a lemur that looked just like her, and she's adorable, but she's not the smartest.
And I'm Nikki, the creator of Beholder to No One, a TTRPG podcast that has way too many shows. And then 2 new podcasts starting soon, Dice Before Dawn and Sound Control RPG. And we just signed on with Geekspective for Beholder to No One. So I'm very excited to be a part of that network.
All right. So we'll start off. It's a nicer summer day, which on the cooler side for summer, so you're not like all quite sweltering. There's a lot of activity around the zoo. It's a weekend day. Birthday parties, groups running around. Way too many kids to be able to easily navigate a lot of areas. And you're all just hanging out in your enclosure. You can decide if you're in the same one, or if any of you are maybe in a nearby one where you can communicate with each other but not in the same place. And how do you start your day?
So I'm just standing and holding onto the bars, trying to pull them with all of my might. Just like, I will break it. I will get out of here one day. But then a kid's just like, oh, look at the little monkey. It's like, and I glare at the kid.
And there's a reflective surface, so I'm jumping up and down in front of it, like, ooh, new friend, new friend, new friend.
Actively failing the mirror test. I'm sleeping on like a branch or a log or something like that, waiting for either something interesting to happen or just for nightfall.
And I have perched my captain's hat kind of at a jaunty angle on my little head and found myself a branch that's sticking out in the enclosure to kind of be at the edge of, and I'm just kind of looking out, observing. I kind of do this number every once in a while. I've seen humans do that. Not sure what I'm looking for, but it feels very important.
All right, well, it is about 11 o'clock in the morning. The time of day that you have noticed a lot of people gather outside while the zookeepers come and give you your morning food. So everybody can watch you go eat. So zookeepers open a little gate thing in the back and slide in trays of food. Sometimes they come in, sometimes they don't. This time they just kind of push in a tray with some food and then close it and go off about their business. Meanwhile, all the kids are gathering around, excited because they get to watch you eat.
I make sure to sit with my back to the children.
The best way to do it.
Mutter to any lemurs near me, this is absolutely degrading. They do this every day, and it's too much. It's too much.
I told you should bring the tray behind the rock. That way they can't see you. As I'm like hunched over, just stuffing my face like a gremlin.
I like hold up my long, kind of strange-looking, delicate fingers. I'm like, I have to be so careful with what I pick up with these delicate tools. I can't. One small break and all the ability just leaves me. I'm like very daintily, like kind of reaching out and picking up pieces of food. And...
So you're a lady with really long nails.
Basically, yeah.
Awesome.
I've never had that experience,
Or
but I'd imagine that's what
nails.
it would feel like to some degree. Yes.
Yeah. If they're too long, you're just like, how do I pick up anything?
It's like built-in chopsticks, though. Just.
I could throw the food at them, then they can't see us. I could blind one of them.
I just put these on, and then no one can see me. I slide my sunglasses on.
I use the applesauce pouch as a shield for the sun as I'm like staring at the kids, aiming to see if I can throw it. I won't be able to throw that far, but I'm going to try.
You were mouse lemur. So
yes.
I'll say roll for strong to figure out to see how far you can throw this piece of food and try to hit a kid.
It's 2d6 plus strong. Is that how it works?
Yes.
I rolled double 3s and I have a 3 in strong.
All right. My brain is already too tired for math. That's not a good sign. 9. So you throw it, hoping to blind one of the kids. You manage to just, it's a ways away, and you're tiny, and you manage to just kind of ping it off a kid's head, and they look down, and they look over at the lemurs, and they're trying to decide what just happened, but they're not entirely sure if it came from you or not.
I'm going to try to practice sneaking down off my branch where I am, down next to where everybody is around the food without any of the kids seeing me, just for practice.
Okay. Do you want to roll for that or just
Sure.
work your way down? Okay.
See how well it goes.
Roll for clever.
Okay.
Now that my food is done, I'm gonna go over and start bouncing somewhere and distract people away from Captain so he can eat in privacy.
10.
Alright, so yeah, you are, from the best you can tell, it looks like nobody noticed you.
I sneak down and I whisper to Captain a conversation we probably had before. You know where no one watches you eat?
Okay, you've got to stop doing that. That's I didn't know you were there. Where?
The open sea.
What is that?
It's the ocean.
What is that?
What is that? What is it?
It's the open sea. There's no children anywhere as far as the eye can see.
That sounds kind of fun. Should we go there? Should we?
Is there food there?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, then yeah.
Okay. So the open sea is a huge zoo where they never allow children to go. Is that...
No, it's not a zoo.
It's not a zoo.
It's not a zoo.
Then who's gonna feed us?
There are things that are dude?
I think so.
Who told you about the open sea?
The wind.
The wind. How much of this did you eat today?
Absolutely none of it.
Did they drug you? I put my paw against his head. Do you have a fever?
Yeah.
To their head. You have a fever? No, against your snout. Because I don't know. Is it like a dog or a human? I don't know.
All right. Well, this open sea place has no children and is not a zoo. So what is it?
Is it it's a restaurant.
Could be.
A restaurant for only adults.
And lemurs.
And lemurs. Well, of course. I mean, we're superior species, so we would be allowed in.
Obviously, I jump up and smack my head at a tree. We no! Who put that there?
It's been there.
It's literally been there our entire lives. They don't change anything here.
The only thing I know about the open sea is that if you're on the open sea, you have to be a pirate.
What's a pirate?
A pirate is somebody who's on the open sea.
Oh, it makes sense. It really does. Okay.
I'm gonna be a pirate.
How do we get there?
We have to leave the zoo.
We tried this 17 times before.
Breathe.
All your plans always end with escaping the zoo, and we've tried it, and it never works.
Well, what if it works this time?
Exactly.
Sorry.
When it's nap time, we just don't nap. And then we break open the bars. I know I can do it. And we can get out.
I don't think you actually can.
I can.
I've
been working out.
I don't think there's any bars up there. I point up to where, like, you almost straight up to where the sun is, where you have to squint really hard and you can't really tell that there's bars there because you're squinting.
Well, what is the top situation like? Is it like a mesh sort of thing, or?
Yeah, I'd say more of a mesh.
Okay.
I can bounce really high and we can get out up there.
You're a genius.
But if you bounce really high, then how are the rest of us getting up there?
Can you not bounce?
No.
I could bounce just fine, but it's not necessarily my specialty.
Well, I guess you're a different kind of special then.
I glance around for a tree that reaches as high as possible.
You can find some trees, or in some cases artificial pipe log things that stretch all the way up the side of the enclosure, so you can get up to the top.
I'm going to take a stick, a real stick, and I'm going to snap it in half trying to get a pointy end.
Okay. But you can do that easily enough.
Fantastic. And then I try to go up with my stick and poke at the ceiling.
Okay, you can make it up there, and you've probably seen an occasional lemur go up there, just like kind of swing their way across. So you can go up and poke at it. It doesn't really. It bounces, but doesn't seem like it's going anywhere.
It's not budging.
Poke it harder.
I poke it harder.
You can make it start like kind of bounce more.
It's bouncing more.
Just keep poking it. Maybe you'll poke a hole in it like you did that one thing. I don't remember what it was, but there was a thing. I think.
Poke, 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 poke.
Doesn't seem to be poking a hole. Just the holes that were already part of the mesh itself.
I'll just
Meanwhile,
what they think.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm asking Lewis, okay, how do you spell open sea?
I've been completely distracted, and I'm no longer standing next to Lewis, and I'm standing like right against the grate, just staring into the eyes of like a toddler, and I'm just like saying out loud, like, they have eyes like mine. And then Lewis distracts me, and Captain distracts me, and I come back. Sorry, what'd you say?
How do you spell it? Open sea.
Open sea. Open sea. Do I know how to spell?
I would guess it'd be something like Opinsee, but
That sounds
I don't
right.
know. Should we go with that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, the open sea.
I'm back to dancing around in front of a shiny thing. Or the thing is, like, there's like a kid trying to mimic my dance, and I'm trying to mimic the kid. So it's just a lot of awkward flailing. But I'm having a good time. Look, it's
Occasionally, the kid's parent will like try to kind of encourage them along, like, "Come on, let's go see the tigers." And the kid just like refuses, kind of shakes their head, and keeps trying to dance back and forth like you are.
Look, it's pretending to be a lemur. It knows. It knows that we're better. That's the word, right?
Come stand next to Butterfly with my arms kind of crossed and be like, but did you hear what the parent said?
No, no.
They're going to the
dancing.
tigers.
I hope
Still
the tigers
dancing.
eat them.
Mm-hmm. Everybody
too.
thinks the tigers are better.
But the tigers don't dance like I do.
Exactly. They don't do anything. They just lie around all day.
Still aggressively trying to outdance the child.
After a little while you're all distracted doing things, you hear some noise behind you, and the zookeeper came back and is leaving with the tray after scattering the remains of the food down. Go get later if you so wish. They go back out the door and close it.
Can I try and sneak after the zookeeper and stop the door from closing?
Yeah. Yeah, you're clever for that.
I'm just trying to debate just how impulsive Butterfly is and see if she just tries to bounce her way out the door.
14.
Hey.
Oh. You're able to kind of bump it just as it's about to close, and the zookeeper another zookeeper starts talking to them, and they get kind of distracted and turn and answer the questions and just kind of glance back at the door and pull it closed all the way, so they think, and then walk off. And you think the door maybe doesn't look quite closed all the way.
I'm trying to start a dance off with another child.
They just stand there with their eyes big, staring at you, and don't know what to do with this.
Is the coast clear? Is it a see-through door? Is it like mesh as well?
Yeah, it's like bars, and you can see after a moment. both of the zookeepers are gone.
Go, Mallory. Mallory,
What?
pull this open.
I look at the knot hole. I look down, and then I run down. I was almost there. What? What am I doing?
None of the kids are dancing
I point
with
to the
me.
But it's locked.
I think they forgot to lock it.
I look at the door. Do I see like a little crack?
Yeah.
I stick my stick in it and use it as a lever to pull. Because I don't want to get my fingers stuck.
You're able to make it crack open a little bit. I mean, it's easy enough that if you work at it for a minute, you're able to make a definite crack that the two of you could fit through. The bigger lemurs might have to pull it open more themselves.
Hold on. So is it like pushed? Is it pushed up against the stick and only open because of the stick right now? If the stick is not there, it will close, or if I pull it open more, it'll stay open.
I'd stay open.
All right, then I will pull it open, or try to pull it open a little bit further.
Okay, you're able to make it. Once you get it moving, it's not too hard to pull open. So you're able to open it in significant ways.
Captain, butterfly,
What?
quick,
Game time?
come here.
What?
Quick.
What is it?
The door is open.
It's what?
It's open.
What's that? What do you mean?
We can leave. I point to the door.
The door's never open.
Well, it is now.
Where would we go?
To the open sea place, I guess.
But
That sounds fun.
we don't know where it is.
Well, we can ask.
Who are we gonna ask?
I
It's
don't
not
know.
here. It's obviously not here, so it's got to be somewhere. I'm sure we can find it.
Maybe there's like, I don't know. I see those adults holding those pages that have like a big picture on them or something. It's really colorful. But I remember seeing the spot and they pointed somewhere and said the lines are over here. Maybe that'll help. I don't know what it was. It was just pretty.
Those are really pretty.
Okay.
Or
Here's the
maybe we
thing.
could fight a kid.
We're gonna. Did you say fight a kid?
No, what?
Butterfly just leans over. I'm down.
Okay. Here's the thing. I kind of readjust my cap a little bit, stand up straight, and as I talk, I'm gesturing in my long, kind of creepy-looking fingers, or just like wiggling around and making little motions and stuff. I'm like, here's the thing: if we go and do this, we've got to do it stealthily, because even if we were to fight a kid and win, that's one kid. You see how many kids come by? They can overtake us. They're like ants. So we're going to have to be stealthy, and we're going to have an idea of where we're going, and we need to know that fast. So, who's the sneaky ones? You're a sneaky one. I point to Lewis. Who else is sneaky? I'm a little sneaky, not as much sneaky.
I was sneaky. I changed my stats around.
You're not,
so
I
I'm
kind of
not
like just
sneaky
push.
anyway.
I just push Butterfly to the side. You're not sneaky. No, not sneaky. You're very jumpy. Lewis, what if you went and found one of these colorful papers, and we could make a plan?
If the papers tell us where things are, then we could find the way out. Is that how it works?
Maybe.
Yeah, it should. I mean, it should say where the open sea is.
Right.
And if not, I can turn it into confetti and we can play in it.
You can absolutely do that.
Can we leave though before that? Like we all leave so that the door can be closed and nobody notices that we're gone. And then they go get the map or I don't say map because I don't know what it's called. The picture.
Do we see anywhere right immediately outside our enclosure that would be good, like a good hiding place for people to wait at?
When the door getting out of your enclosures, like at the back, and there's some landscaping around there, so there's some trees. There's a little building right there that you're pretty sure you've seen the zookeepers go in and out of before, maybe from a door on the side where you can't see it, but it looks like they go in there. So there's some places you could find to hide in the brush and stuff.
Okay, so we all hide in a bush, and then Lewis steals a picture, and then we find the open sea, and we go there.
Yeah.
Yes.
We never see another kid again.
Yes.
Okay.
Butterfly is giving one last futile attempt to start a dance competition with a kid who's not interested.
No, stop. You guys are all attention to us.
Get back here!
Okay, sir, you were using a lot of words and I got bored.
That happens a lot.
He uses a lot of words.
I'm sharpening my stick on the ground.
Do we want to? I'll go out the door and sneak to the nearest like bush or something.
You go first.
I'll bolt out the door and just try my best to sneak to a nearby bush.
All right. You're able to easily enough because there's nobody. There aren't any zookeepers around, and anybody looking at the lemur enclosure is far enough away that they don't really know you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing.
Bunch of lemurs go missing in the middle of the day. I don't know.
I run after.
Are there any other lemurs in our enclosure other than the four of us?
Yeah, there are several others. It's a kind of decent sized enclosure. So some of them just like lounging up on the trees and branches. One of them kind of on the swing, like tire swing that's put up there.
Yeah. So before I run out, I'll kind of hiss over to the one on the tire swing. Percy. That kid over there has something called candy. It's the best thing you've ever eaten in your entire life. Tell all the lemurs to just go and ask for some candy.
Oh, okay. He jumps down and goes and looks over, kind of stands up and looks at the kid, and then he sees they have something. He doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's actually candy, but he goes and starts telling all the other lemurs, including the rest
just
of you.
hoping to get like a swarm of lemurs over there, yeah.
The nation wants you to find a pair of large galoshes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like an entire lemur fits in one
You're
galosh.
beautiful. We could probably fit two in a galosh and just like have like the rest at the bottom and just like the rest of us like okay at the top. Are we clear?
Okay, so as your Percy creates quite the distraction because he is very excited at the prospect of whatever it is that you told him this kid has. And he gets all the other lemurs distracted except for one that just like stays up on the tree, kind of sleepy, doesn't really care, just kind of glances down. It's like, oh, those kids are at it again. And goes back to his nap. While you sneak out. And
Butterfly has a brief moment of candy. No. outside.
Yeah, I grab you by the tail. I'm like, no, it's not real. The candy's not real.
So do you all go out?
Yeah.
Okay. When you get to the bushes, you see there's the little building right there that's like storage supplies and stuff, and then bushes and some small trees, and you see about 30 feet on the other side the train tracks where you can sometimes see through the different trees in your enclosure. You can just like see a little sliver of the train go by throughout the day, and you see, oh, that's where the train tracks are, about 30 feet away, and you see something on the ground over there near the train tracks. It's mostly fairly open with trees here and there, but then there's something on the ground over there.
Lewis, I think that's the picture.
Okay, let's go.
You go. Bring it back.
I'll go run over to something on the ground.
As we're all just like cuddle, like penguin huddle under the bush.
Like stacked on top of each other, like.
And it is a pair of large green galoshes.
Okay. I will.
I think they're probably bigger than you are.
Yeah, for sure. I will dive into the left galosh.
I will run up to go dive into the other one.
What is happening?
And I'll stick my head out and I'll beckon
He needs help.
the other 2 people over.
The
Oh,
two
that
mouse
was fun.
lemurs. The two
And then-
mouse lemurs, you each fit in like a toe.
That looks fun. I'm just gonna run and dive in after this.
Ow!
Captain!
Just standing in the bush, like starting to have a panic attack, just like
Captain!
What are you doing? No.
Butterfly's gonna run back and grab the captain. If we hide in those, we can go get on the fast thing.
Oh.
You know the fast thing? Yeah.
Right.
Also, it's really kind of fun to hide it. Come on.
Okay. Now
And
that there's a
then
plan, I'll go.
Dive back.
Wasn't a
Butterfly
plan before.
totally just messed up. She's just like, just gotta give him something that sounds vaguely like something he would say, and he'll remember how the breathing thing works.
Just make him think everything's his idea. And I'll be like, oh, of course.
So each mouse lemur is able just to like scurry down into just the toe, and the other two, it takes a little maneuvering to get in, but you were able to get your bodies down in there, maybe tail sticking out over the back, and your arms and head probably sticking out.
I kind of picture Butterfly's first time, and she like dove it head first. So I was like, nose to nose. I was like, hi. Let's try this again.
3 times later.
All right, so where's the moving thing?
I don't know. Aren't you usually the one that pays attention to when the fast thing does the thing?
1 second. And I'll kind of grab up, and it's like, my long fingers on the edge of and then peek up, my big yellow eyes, just look around, and do I see the train coming?
You're able to see, you don't see the train yet, but you hear a bell that you hear a lot of the time when you notice the big thing moving, and you think it's probably that.
That's its call. It's letting us know it's coming into our territory. It's coming.
Maybe the fast thing will go out of the zoo.
Maybe it goes to the open sea.
Maybe.
But aren't there usually a lot of the kids on it?
They don't. I don't think they ride on the shell.
Not in the back.
No. But it can't go to the open sea if it's got the kids. Because there's no kids in the open sea.
Maybe it'll go by the open sea.
Oh, that's a good point.
And then you see it come out from between some trees and start coming toward you.
Here it comes!
Are we trying to jump on it?
Are we trying? I'm not sure.
1, 2, 3, jump.
It's a thing we can do.
I don't
Just
know.
kind of naturally led to this, but I don't think we ever decided.
Nope, there's just galoshes now.
We're hiding in galoshes, staring at a train, and Butterfly's just being impulsive.
Oh, God.
I mean, she's not a total idiot, but she's not super smart.
Quick vote! Are we jumping on the train? On the moving thing? I don't know what it's called.
Is it slowing down at all?
It's going kind of slowly right now. Like, you think maybe it just kind of started its trip. And you to explain to you as humans, you would imagine it probably was doing the bell because it was about to get started, and it hasn't really picked up speed too much yet.
Come on, let's go.
Jump.
Butterfly just bolts out of the galosh towards the train.
Oh, out of the galosh.
Yeah, she's going for the train. Or the fast thing.
Okay.
Can I throw the galosh?
You're
Which
inside of the
galosh
galosh.
am I in? With who?
The one that was with Butterfly.
You now no longer have a lemur butt in your face.
I guess we're running after.
Yeah, if
I mean,
Sorry,
Butterfly
the galoshes are being abandoned.
I'd let you roll for either clever or strong to each try to jump onto it.
Okay.
there's no difference for either.
13.
And
Seven.
Brianna,
Mhm.
you get to add 2+2 to it because your skill is leaping as a Sapaka.
I too make that a 9.
Right?
I got 11.
6.
Ooh.
No.
And
I suppose we can retcon and say you have the backpack leash on, and I somehow have the leash like stuck on my tail.
Lewis thought the galoshes were just getting jumped onto the train and was not prepared to have to get out of the galosh and then run.
okay,
Trying to make the boot
let's
hop.
see here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Lewis didn't go anywhere.
Lewis is still
Andrew, what
stuck
did
in the
you
shoe.
roll?
I had a 13.
Okay, so you're able to easily jump onto it.
So do we all jump on and just watch Lewis be left behind?
Brianna, you're kind of hanging on, and there's a kid in the seat, and you're like holding on to the rail, the leg of the bench, and the kid's just staring down at you, like kind of in shock, not really sure what to do. Nikki, what did you roll?
11.
Okay, so you were also able to jump on.
Or I'm just like looking back at Liz. Come on, you can make it. Come on.
Can I try to make it on the train still?
Yeah, you could try to run and jump on it if you want.
Okay.
Sorry,
what
Lewis.
would that be for the roll?
Clever or strong?
Okay.
I'm sorry, we have to leave the weak behind.
I make it, but Captain Spartacus kicks me off the back of the train. Strong start. Okay, that is a 12.
Hey.
Okay, so you easily jump on.
I'm gonna try and find a place where there's not a kid staring at me now.
Yeah, the kid's gonna start trying to tell its parent that there's something out there. And it's a pretty little kid, like 5, who can express themselves, but also, the parents just kind of like, just kind of glances down and doesn't see anything. So like, sure, okay.
Yes, there's animals all over this place. It's a zoo, yeah.
It's like, yeah. It's like, yes, the lemurs are back there.
So
Except
you're...
it would be more in the, oh, you saw the lemurs. That's awesome, buddy. Like, so patronizing.
Because I'm picturing it's just like, hey, lemur.
Yeah.
So then you're going to try to get up. And I'd say the rest of you are kind of just like hanging in spots where nobody sees you yet.
I'm nuzzled underneath somebody's purse.
Okay. Then, what is Butterfly going to try to do from here?
Is there anything I could hide behind or in?
You can see an open tote bag kind of lying under somebody's bench, like a couple of benches back.
I'm going to try and sneak into that tote bag.
Okay, roll for clever for that.
Alright. That was a 10.
Okay, so you're easily enough able to go sneak and hide in the tote bag, and it's just got like hats and sunscreen and stuff inside of it. Kind of typical stuff for a summer day out.
Can I steal a hat while I'm in there?
Sure. What kind of hat do you find?
I'm picturing it's just like a ball cap with one of those adjustable straps in the back, so I like put it around my head so it's almost like a cape.
Okay. So then the train picked up speed by now, and you hear a voice over the speaker talking about different animals and about the zoo, giving boring history that doesn't really make any sense to you. And there's kids and adults scattered about over the benches.
Are we getting off?
I don't see the open sea yet. We never got a picture.
I'm going to sneak into this the big thing in front of me that is a purse that I don't know that's what it is, and see if I can find something inside that will be helpful.
Okay, you're able to just kind of general purse contents, whatever you want that to be. Some
Is there a map?
and lipstick and chewing gum and papers and one that as a human you would know to be.
I'll take that and the lipstick and chewing gum.
Okay.
I found these really shiny things. And I hold up the lipstick and the chewing gum because it's in a foil. And I found this paper with a picture.
Is it the picture?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, well, it's it. And we like kind of lay it open.
Butterflies just casually, very slowly, like gathering all of the shiny things in her bag in front of her.
So are you under a bench spreading out the map?
Yeah.
Yep.
In front of like all the bags and purses that are like blocking the way because they're tired of holding it.
It's like, 11:45 on a Saturday morning, so it's pretty full train. So the kids feed and adults feed, and you're having to really try to maneuver
on here
to not be seen.
Okay.
Doing a great job. I look for anything that looks like what I think the open sea looks like, but I don't know what that is. So
Look for something that has like kids with a slash through it.
Oh, is there a thing with kids with the slash through it?
The closest thing you see is in different places around on the map these little drawings of what you think are people, and like two people with a line between them.
It keeps
That
I just had the thought of, do any of us know how to read?
probably not.
Probably not.
I think it maybe this, and I point to that.
Yeah, they're keeping the kids away from the adults.
Is it clear that there's like a boundary to the zoo on the map?
Most of the maps have like nothingness beyond.
Yeah, it's like the map like fade out.
It just kind of fades out around it. You can see pictures of different animals, pictures that look like they might be food, some big blue areas that sometimes have pictures of birds on them, some just like boxes that have pictures on them like snakes and birds. And
do we see tigers anywhere?
you could find some tigers.
I kind of like
Not too far from what looks like a little lemur picture.
Yeah, I just like use my finger to make a mark on it, like an X mark on it, be like, that's not where we're going.
I'm like carefully like lifting up the edge of the purse trying to find where my friends are.
You see them. Yeah, I'd say you see them a little ways forward on the train from where you are.
Okay, but I
Mission
think
Impossible theme starts playing.
I think I'm just gonna stay in here because it's kind of cozy.
I whispered to Captain and Mallory, what parts of this map do you think are the zoo? And what parts do you think are not the zoo?
All of it's the zoo. There's nothing that isn't zoo.
But the open sea's not the zoo.
I thought you said the open sea was part of the zoo.
No, it's outside of the zoo.
There's an outside the zoo?
Yeah, there's an outside the zoo.
What could there possibly be outside the zoo?
The open sea.
I'm just like having an existential crisis. I thought the zoo was everything. Oh, I think you're muted, Nikki.
I had a cousin lemur that came from another zoo. So there's more than one zoo.
Oh.
Mildred came from another zoo.
So like multiple universes, but
What's a universe?
a zooniverse.
A zoo. Yes, there's multiple zooniverses. But I don't think there's anything else other than zoos.
Well,
but
apparently there's the open sea.
There's
Wait.
the open sea.
Wait, where do the people stay when they're not here?
There's all sorts of little huts and everything. I assume they just slept in there.
In the zoo or outside of the zoo?
Well, in the zoo.
I found a little bag of animal crackers in the purse.
Is that considered cannibalism if you find a monkey one or something?
I'm just like watching y'all talk. Just like I'm like, I don't know what they're doing, but they're probably doing something smart. Cracker.
Do I know what a pirate is? Is there ever like a pirate theme day?
Yeah, sure. I'd say there's probably some summer event at some point that was about pirates.
Is there anything that looks like it's pirate related on the map? Like a ship aquatic area?
You see, there's a sort of one of those boxes that has people you would know to be like a reptile, amphibian, aquarium exhibit, and next to it, you see there's a ship, a little like crashed ship thing on there, and a pirate hat. Some words on there that you can't read.
Okay, lemurs, hear me out. What if I see this? Okay, so remember a really, really, really long time ago, it was like 3 months ago, but it was a really, really long time ago when there was that pirate event. Do you remember? And they had
blankly staring.
the black hat.
I'm 2 months old, so no.
Right, I'm older than all of you. Well, there was this black hat. It was a pirate event, and they had a ship and a black hat, and there's a black hat right there.
I'm like very insecurely touching my own little hat. You're like, was it a cool hat?
Yours is cooler,
Okay.
but like it was like your hat, but not as cool. But they have a picture of it right here.
Still just.
Maybe,
I have no idea what's going on, but I'm like...
maybe we get off there.
Is there a skull and crossbones to indicate that it's a pirate hat or a pirate ship?
Yeah.
That's death.
No, that's pirate. That's what pirates.
Well, then
do.
pirates equal death.
No,
Pirates equal open
equals
sea.
Then the open sea equals death. Why would there be bones?
I don't
Per
know.
bone.
None of this makes any sense.
Well, if we don't try, if the pirates equal death, we'll leave. Okay.
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 And you hear over the speaker, I would say, Captain catches them say something about tigers.
Do you want to stop at the tiger exhibit?
No, I don't want to stop at the tiger exhibit.
We can throw things at them.
As much joy as that would bring me.
And then
We're
you
on
hear
mission.
bells start ringing.
How far are we on the map?
And the train starts slowing down.
Okay.
Butterfly's not going to move till she sees the others move.
How far on the map is the tiger exhibit from the skull and crossbones?
It's maybe a third of the way across the map. So, like, the tiger exhibit's kind of at the far end, and then the skull and crossbone kind of, like, up this way, about a third of the way through the zoo.
Okay.
I think this is where we should go.
Okay.
All right, let's get off. Butterfly!
And the train...
Where is she?
The
I'm
train
just
rolls
going to start
stop, and people
slowly
start
creeping.
moving around.
I'm gonna start slowly creeping out with my new hat around my neck.
As you do that, this kind of older woman bends down and picks up the bag and catches you move and just like screams.
I'm running for it.
Go.
I'm running for it. I am
Jump off.
like bouncing off, and I'm out.
Yeah.
I am running away. The empty bag that had animal crackers is strewn behind. I'm making a run for it. And I still have the hat on my back.
People were starting to get off the train, and their kids moving all around, and she screamed, and the adults were like looking at her trying to figure out what's going on, and she is looking at the ground, and it's just kind of chaos, and they don't actually see you because nobody knows what's going on.
And we all dash away?
Yep.
Fantastic.
Butterfly has a new baseball cap around her neck. Like a turtle shell.
Oh, you found a shell.
I did!
I didn't know that they were removable.
See, look, I can disappear and do it like this, and I curl up like part of my body underneath it, but my head and feet are still sticking out.
That's really good.
Are you still a lemur or are you a turtle now?
Oh, that's a good question.
Why not both? What if I'm both?
Are you a Lurtle?
I think I might be.
I think it's called a teamer, but I don't know.
We'll have to ask the turtles.
Just don't let don't let the turtles see her. No.
I
It's a
thought
bad
we
idea.
just don't talk to the turtles because they're weird.
Yeah, the turtles have issues.
The turtles are just into weird things from what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
I heard they like to party, though.
It's
Party sounds fun.
no, it's not that.
Dancing at
No,
parties.
not that type of party. Not that type of party. No.
Oh.
No.
I assume we're like in a bunch of bushes, mostly hidden-ish, kind of.
I pull in
could've done that easily.
Butterfly's tail. To make sure it's inside.
What do we see around us?
You kind of got off like on the back side behind the train, the opposite direction all the people were going, and you're hiding in the bushes there, and you can see not too far away, you see the tiger exhibit, and you see over off, not too far from the train station area, different little stands. There's a ticket booth, there's a snack bar, lots of lines of people both at the train and at the different little displays and snack bar.
Is there anyone that looks like a pirate?
If you stand and watch for a while, you could see like a kid walking by with a pirate hat.
Captain, I think I found one.
Is it gonna kill us?
No, I think it's the one of the open sea people. I'm assuming y'all caught Butterfly up on what's going on.
Oh yeah, no, I do turn it. That's like, okay, so here's the thing: we're going to pirates, but pirates equal death.
Or open
I
sea.
tried to talk them out of it. They didn't listen to me. I didn't have you there to back me up.
I don't think they equal death. I think they equal open sea, maybe.
Open sea sounds fun. Also, if the pirates are the people with the hats, right?
Yes, but we said that if pirates equal death, we'll leave.
I like the idea, but also pirates are fun to dance with.
Dancing pirates can't equal death.
Exactly.
It could if they were dancing on your grave.
What's that?
I don't know. I just got really meta for a second.
What's that?
Has something to do with the Zooniverse. I don't know.
What is that?
Oh god.
The Zooniverse. Remember we talked about that earlier.
I don't think she was there for that
sorry.
either.
Is that the thing where there's more than one?
Yeah.
remember that. We've got a friend that's from a different one. What's
Yeah,
her name again?
Mildred.
Oh, yeah, Mildred. She's cool. She's got decent dance moves. Not as good as mine. I do like a little bit of a wiggle, but I can't really move because I kind of like squished under the bush.
All right, so so you could be a turtle, and I have a hat just like them, so I could just blend in. Mallory and Lewis, how are you getting to the
I can sneak really good.
You can sneak, yeah. You're really
Too bad
good
we
at that.
don't have those galoshes. We could have used them to sneak.
Should we
I
go
don't
back
know
and get them?
I don't know what
Mallory,
they're called
can
galoshes.
you fit
but
under my shell?
Probably.
Yeah, we could just do that.
Okay. I climb up onto Butterfly's back underneath the hat.
And now there's two tails poking.
No, I tuck my tail under me, though,
Oh,
and get as small as possible.
I'm just laughing at this mental image. You good? You get
I
back
hold
there?
on to your fur. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't see anything, though, so don't run into anything.
I'll try not to. No promises. So where are we going?
I
We
don't
didn't
know.
figure that out again either.
Follow Captain.
Cassie, where are we going?
Do I see the broken down pirate ship like exhibit thing?
No, you're not far from where you started at this point because
Right.
you got on the train
Right.
just after it had left. It had basically gone around a curve and come to where you got on, and it went all the way around and came back.
Yep.
So you're
Yep.
by the tiger exhibit.
Oh gosh, the tigers.
So do we see the galoshes then?
If you kind of went out and went around a few trees, you would be able to see the galoshes over there.
Okay.
So depending on which direction you decide to
I would
go.
follow the kid who had the pirate hat. I'd be like, well, he's a pirate.
I mean, if we
He's
knew that we
obviously
could go
going-
back for the galoshes and we could just like take them with us, then so it's all. See this, but I don't know if any of us know.
I don't know that I would know.
Probably not. You could follow. Are you going to follow the kid?
Yeah.
They were
the one with
kind
the
of
pirate hat.
yeah. They were in line for food. So if you just like at the snack stand, so if you were watching, you could
Okay.
see them when they finished and go start to walk off.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll tilt my hat up and I'll walk out as doing my best human impression. And
I'm
try to
gonna-
follow in step.
Be like low to the ground, trying to move like what I think turtles look like. I don't know if I know anything about what turtles look like, but or how they move, but it probably looks a lot more like a sloth.
You were the bushes that you were hiding in are on the opposite side of the tracks from like the stand and the kid and stuff. So are you going to stay on the opposite side where it's not as busy, or are you going to try to go over to where the people actually are?
We're just following Captain.
Yeah.
I'm trying to blend in as a human child. So I'm just going straight for it.
And I'm just trying to sneak behind Captain, like hiding behind Preston.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Okay, what is Mallory doing?
She's
Holding
curled up on my back, holding on for dear life, hidden under the hat as best as she could be, which is
I'm
probably
going-
pretty.
Yeah, I'm going to like peek my head out though under the bill because I'm assuming it's like has a little fold in it
Yeah,
because I'm assuming it's a dad hat which is going to be folded to block and not like straight. So I'm just going to
Yeah.
peek my head out to look.
it's like this hat.
Yes.
I don't
Okay,
remember how long that's been there, but it's my marching band ball cap. I just put it there and then never wear it.
At least you still own yours. I threw mine away.
I threw most of mine away. That's the only one that wasn't absolutely disgusting looking at the end. Like the white ones they gave us.
So what does Mallory see? What do her
So
big lemur eyes see?
just walking straight up toward the people. It's
I
lines
think I look like a human kid pirate.
lines of people waiting for food, waiting for train tickets. The train at this point, while you were in the bushes discussing, I'll say it's been long enough that the train was boarded again and has left again. Depending on how you wanted to try to play it, you could see the direction that the train went. And if anybody wanted to try to go get the galoshes, you could. You know that the train went that way, and you went on the train that way. The kid is also going that direction, just at a much slower pace, following behind. There's one kid with the pirate hat, and then a couple of adults. And the kid's just walking along, eating a pretzel, one of those big soft pretzels. So you're able to go up.
Does any salt fall off the pretzel as he's walking?
Yeah, and gets all stuck to his face.
If any makes it on the ground, I'd love to just.
Okay, so you're able to. Mallory sees just like watching as you get closer and closer to all these people, and you see kids, varying heights. You see the kid that you're trying to follow, but to get to that kid, you have to go past the other kids and adults. Are you just going like straight through them all to get to your target?
I have a hat. I'm a human child, so they're not going to pay me any mind.
And I am a turtle. There's nothing weird about a turtle walking through them.
The turtles are.
I am
everywhere.
not a clever lemur, so I have nothing is wrong with this plan.
I'm
Okay,
I'm kind of clever, and Captain didn't seem to think it was a dumb idea, so Captain didn't say anything about it.
I have lots of
being a
points
dumb-
in clever, but I don't know that necessarily means smart. So
Yeah, I'll say.
Also, we're lemurs. There's a lot of things we just wouldn't realize.
There are so many people that you're quickly noticed by some kids.
Yeah.
Who don't all know what you are. You hear one pointing and yelling monkey. You hear
Now that's offensive.
One yell cat.
We are lemurs. Do I look like a cat to you?
And it starts
All
meowing.
it's hearing, of course, is.
The kid that said cat starts meowing at you. And the kid that said monkey is like trying to get the adult's attention, but the adult is currently trying to pay for their snacks. And just kind of trying to get the kid just to be quiet just long enough for me to pay. And
I'm just sitting here like, turtles are slow, right?
You should go faster.
Okay. I just start scampering along, and I'm on all fours, keeping up with Captain.
And you're all small, and it takes a few minutes of getting up there and kind of in the middle of things before any adults actually notice you, because the kids have been making animal noises the whole way through the zoo, so this is nothing out of the ordinary. And then they finally, as you get closer, one adult notices you and just like kind of stares at you for a moment, and then turns to the friend next to them. It's like, you can just kind of hear talking. You can't really tell what they're saying, and they're pointing, and then they start turning and trying to like motion.
You see that too,
somebody.
right?
They try to fake motions to somebody else, and
I think this is
and
bad.
more and more people start to notice you and trying to figure out what to do and start calling to other people.
Captain, are you sure
Have I
about
been
We should
noticed?
tackle him into the bushes.
Have I been noticed?
I would say you probably haven't, because you're so much smaller that you would get lost in the shuffle.
Don't worry, Mallory, I'll keep you safe.
Are there any kids near me?
At this point, yeah, you're pretty much
Do any have
tree, though?
Are any holding anything?
Yeah, you could find some holding. I'd say another one holding a pretzel.
I'm gonna steal a pretzel from a baby. And try to make a distraction. So
It would have
a
to
little
be, like,
hand
a
just like
kid in
reaches
a
out and grabs the
stroller.
pretzel.
Like a kid in a stroller because you're like still on my back.
I don't care. I'm just stealing food.
It's one of those double strollers, and there's a kid in the front sitting there holding the big pretzel, eating it, and maybe like a 2-year-old.
Perfect. I steal the pretzel.
Roll for strong, or you can pick strong, or if you want to go scary and try to scare it away from the kid.
Strong is my better stat. That is a 9.
You're able to you're able to get a little piece of it away, and the kid just kind of yells and tries to grab for you, just kind of hits the hat that you're in, sort of unbalances you some, but you're able to hold on. But it doesn't really catch anybody else's attention.
Oh, I wanted him to cry.
But you have some pretzel, and he's just like kind of whining, but nobody else has noticed yet.
I nibble on the pretzel. And then I say, with a mouthful of pretzel, go forward so we can give her a kiss.
I got part of that. I'm just gonna keep going forward. Can you run that last part by me again?
Find a kid with... That's really... What is on that? Find somebody with... find another kid with something that we can take and make them make a scene. We have to save the captain.
I'm going to find a small child that is holding something that looks tasty or shiny or anything that I can steal.
Okay, you can find... You can
Especially
see,
if they're a little one, because I feel
of.
like we know that the littler ones are whinier.
Yeah, you'd probably notice that. Yeah, you can find a little kid. You can find some with like hats, or you can find one that's holding a snack of some sort.
I'm gonna just be like, Mallory, hold on, and then I'm gonna run up to one that has a snack, steal it, and run away.
So you run up to a kid, and he's got like this big cookie that's like
Oh yeah.
almost bigger than the kid's face, and you're just like holding it with 2 hands, and you're able to run up and grab it, and the kid screams as you're running off, and
Shove the cookie in my mouth, keep running.
while Butterfly's doing this, Captain sees zookeepers starting to push toward the crowd.
It's the cops. Scatter.
I'm
does
just
Captain
running
get
for
near
Bush.
to-
I think Butterfly's lost track of what we were originally trying to do.
Does Captain get near to it? Because I'm sneaking from like bush to like trash can to like bush and stuff like that. Does Captain get near to anything that I can pull him into at any point?
It's a lot of people. There are trash cans if you wanted to try to hide behind a trash can, but there are enough people walking around it. You wouldn't really be able to evade notice. I mean, like, you can hide well enough, but nothing.
But not for Captain.
Yeah.
Then I'll just keep I'll stay hidden and keep watching.
Okay.
Just let him get grabbed.
I don't know that my cover's been blown. I just assume.
You did just see Butterfly run by with the cookie.
Oh, did you run past me?
I just bolted off somewhere, and I know I was near you, so
Okay.
you might have seen just...
If we ran past, could I have tried to grab the captain? Grabbed Captain?
Sure, I can try that.
Butterfly would... Yeah, no, actually, Butterfly would have tried to run by Captain just so he knows to...
Sure. What are you doing? You don't have a hat. They're gonna know it's a you. It's a lemur.
It's a you.
It's a you.
I do have a hat.
I got a
except
9.
You don't have a hat. You have a shell.
So I'll say you try to grab Captain, and you're able to like kind of grab onto his arm as Butterfly runs past, and it just like pulls you out of the hat, and then you're there hanging off of Captain's arm.
That did not go how I thought it would go.
Oh, hey, Mallory.
And Butterflies just gotta keep going and then stop and then look back and be like, oh.
We gotta run.
Mallory, you need a hat.
We need to run.
The zookeepers are almost
zookeepers are
Captain
coming.
at this point, and then one of them sees
Let's go.
Butterfly too, and points where
Okay.
Butterfly went.
You're both blowing my cover.
I'm
No.
I turn back and look and I just keep going because I'm like, I got a cookie.
I run up a kid and use it as leverage to jump onto a
Oh.
tree.
That child's scarred for life. Trust me. I would know.
You would know.
I would know.
Personal or your own child.
Personal. I would know.
The
You're
lemurs
able
not
to do
again.
that. There's this big tree right behind the snack bar where they're getting the pretzels, and you're able to jump up into that tree. It's Butterfly's a little ways past that, and then the zookeeper's coming that direction, and then Lewis is hiding behind a trash can that's like in front of the same snack stand.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hide in the tree.
I'll say you were easily enough able to do that because they were trained on the bigger lemurs.
Butterfly is gonna try and like put the cookie in her shell like she's seen other people, like humans do with backpacks. It's probably not gonna work, but she's gonna try. And then she's just gonna run for like a tree or a hiding spot or a tree that's near something so she can get to other things. Cause she's like, I ain't going back. This is too much fun.
Do you want to go for the same tree or go further away trying to...
I'm going for a different tree. I want my own tree. I don't want to share a tree.
Okay, I'll say you're able to run out in the middle and jump to a tree. And as you're going up the tree, you see a little ways past the galoshes on the ground on the other side of the train tracks. And then Captain,
I
what
haven't even made it that far.
We've barely left the lemur pen.
No, we went really far from the
there,
lemur pen. We just came back to the lemur pen.
Right.
Butterfly is about to go for those galoshes, and she's just gonna hide to see if maybe someone will take her somewhere.
The question is, does she realize it's the same pair of galoshes, or does she just assume it's brand new?
I don't know if she cares. She's like, oh, there's more of the things.
They just grow out of the ground.
She has no context for things. She grew up in this suit. She has no context for just about anything.
Hey, I'm 2 months old. I'm right there with you.
Either that, or if there's someone with a really big purse or stroller, she might try and hide in that. Just Trojan horse her way out of there. That isn't how she's thinking about it, but like, she's like, just hide somewhere.
From the map, do I remember what pictures were around the pirate picture? Like right next to it?
Yeah, I would say you'd remember the like the snakes, reptiles, some bird exhibits.
And then like next to the snakes and reptiles, like the tigers, maybe? Or
The tigers are more CAD map. Okay. You have the tigers over here, and the lemurs are like down here, and the snack stuff's kind of like off this way, and then you go around this way a little ways to get to the pirate thing, and then like the birds and reptiles and stuff are between you and where the pirate ship was.
Okay. So do I see any of the bird or reptile exhibits, or more I am to know where to go?
I would say you can see a cage, like a ways away, you could see there's a cage that has some birds flying around in it.
And I'm assuming people are not moving in that direction.
Some are occasionally.
No, I mean, like, sorry, I meant my fellow lemurs are not moving in that direction.
That's more like to your trying to mirror things for you, but now I'm getting myself confused about which direction. It's that would be going to the west, and they're going sort of a little northwest.
Okay.
So what was Captain doing? We've stopped and talked, but at this point, the zookeepers are pretty much almost to where you are.
And
Right.
Mallory is on
It was
her.
obvious what tree Butterfly went to.
Yeah, Butterfly and Mallory blew my cover, which I'm really upset about. So I have decided to scatter and try to get up a tree to escape. But yeah, that wasn't cool. No.
Okay, so Elsa, you're each in different trees. They're still unaware of Mallory and Lewis, but it was very obvious to them what trees Captain and Butterfly went to.
Right. It's a lemur
So-
with a hat climbing a tree. Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe you didn't know they were going to know where you are, but once you get up there and look down, you can see that there's a zookeeper, like, scouting out each tree and more walking that direction. Plus, at this point, a pretty good-sized crowd from the food train area gathering to watch the spectacle.
Butterfly, why'd you do that?
You were gonna get caught!
I had everything under control. They thought I was a child.
Mallory, not Mallory, Butterfly is just like slowly ditching her hat. She's like, this child's useless. We were trying to do it to the open sea, and obviously it didn't work. I'm gonna go somewhere else now. This isn't fun.
What else is there other than the open sea and the zoo? We don't know of a third place.
No. I don't know. I just want to go do something.
Where'd Lewis go?
I don't know.
He's hiding.
Where are you?
I don't know.
I think Mallory was hiding in a tree too. So, but I'm down on the ground floor still.
We've
I
been
whis-
scattered.
I stage whisper. He's hiding.
Everybody keeps sneaking up on me.
I'm hiding too. You can't see me.
We're all. And yeah, I was gonna say, I think you're in a different tree. Is there something nearby I could jump to from my tree where I would be able to get to other things?
From yours, no. I'm trying to remember who I imagined and what tree. So there isn't really anything else nearby. It's just kind of this open patch of grass with like some occasional trees, and then a little bit away is the snack stand with the tree behind it that Mallory was in. And then
Darn.
maybe about
would
30
one
feet
where I can
away.
get stuff.
you see the galoshes on the ground.
Is anyone walking by with a really big bag?
The zookeepers are trying to keep people from getting too close to the tree, so there's nobody else right by you. But off like
Keepers.
15 feet away, there are people just like standing and watching.
I'm good at jumping, but I don't know if I'm that good at jumping.
What cages are near me right now?
Nothing too close. Like you can see a ways away where the tigers are off. One direction you can kind of see an area that would be where the lemurs, where you came from. So the lemurs are probably there, and then you can see the birds a ways away. But it's a ways from where the stand and the train station thing are.
This is going so well until we went after the kid with the hat. It was going so well.
And you hear a bell start to ring and the train pull in again.
I have an idea.
You're in a different tree.
I know. I'm yelling. I'm hoping
Should
they
we
don't.
get on the thing again?
What if we open the cages to the tigers? That'll distract them and they won't pay attention to us.
Also,
I like this idea. Let's pin it
somebody
all on the
donate to
tigers.
give us weird stuff, please. We need help.
$100. Chaos. Tigers open. Kids get eaten everywhere. Cats win.
We pin all of it on the tigers.
Yes.
This also, to be clear, was also Lewis's idea. So when I go do this, I'm not trying to metagame. But yeah, while seeing that my compatriots are stuck in the tree, I will try and sneak my way to the tiger cage and see if there's a door I can open.
Okay. All right. Check who has what lemur. So yeah, you're able to sneak off easily enough past everybody, to at least like kind of dart around some. But then there are more zookeepers walking that direction that have been summoned to help with the problem. So if they're on the guard, like kind of scouting the area as they walk. So roll for clever to sneak past them, and add your +2 because it fits your sneaking skill.
Mm-hmm.
If I still had Mallory, Butterfly would just like take off somewhere and get far away and escape with her friend.
14.
But yeah, you're easily able to run across over to the tiger cage, which you're fast rolling. We're not being hindered by anything really on the way, so you're able to get there while all this is happening and people are gathering. You see one tiger kind of lying down, just asleep, and the other pacing back and forth some. You see doors that you think the zookeepers probably go in like they do to your enclosure.
Can I sneak to one of the doors and try and open it?
Yeah, you can try. They just like if you go up to it and you pull, it doesn't do anything.
Can I try and do what I've seen Captain do and try and unlock it?
Yeah, you could roll for clever since you've been watching him do it, and you're gonna try to figure out if you can. Do you use your fingers like you've seen the eye fingers do, or do you try to use something else?
I think I would try to use the hook on my leash, because I don't have as long as the fingers of an eye.
I'll say with that, you try to, with just the hook, you try to push it on there, and you can't really get anywhere with it.
Okay, then I'll try my fingers next and see if it works.
Okay, so roll for clever for that one.
That's 7.
Make that a partial success. You're able to kind of feel things in there start to do something, and you're not really sure what's going on with it because you haven't done this before. You've watched, but you don't know exactly how it all works. And you can't get it to open, but you have caught the attention of one of the tigers who comes and the one who is pacing and comes and sits and watches you to see what's going on.
Hey, do you know how to open the lock?
I just kind of freeze upon seeing the tiger, and do I feel like if I kept trying, it would open, or does Lewis not think he can do it anymore?
I would say that you feel like something is happening in there, so you think that maybe if you kept at it, you might be able to do something, but you're not sure yet because you're not really sure how it works. So if you'd like, you could try rolling one more time.
Okay, then yeah, just like moving only my fingers and freezing the entire rest of my body, I will. Try one more time. It's an 8.
You're able to get something in there clicks, and it unlatches. But then you realize that, unlike your exhibit, there's another door past this one. So you can't. It starts to open, but the tiger's still where he was, and you can see he wouldn't be able to get out.
Okay.
Someone
Lewis will
roll and help us escape. Please.
Lewis will try to sneak to the next door and try and open it also.
Okay, since I'll say try again. Try rolling clever again. And this time the tiger sees that you've made it in and walks around to sit outside on the other side of that door.
Got it. That's a 6.
You can't get it, and then you see that there's a zookeeper coming around.
Run for it.
And
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak out. I'm bailing.
I'll say you're able to get out and run past, and confused zookeeper goes and closes the door and make sure it's secure.
Okay, I'll head back to where the last I saw everybody else to see what's going on.
All right, so you're all stuck up trees with zookeepers at the bottom and more coming, with nets and various implements that you've seen used on animals.
Are they just on the one side, like the zookeepers?
Just like the one side of the trees.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah, with the others that are walking up, it's coming from that same direction.
I'm gonna sneak down the other side of the tree because they don't see me. And I want to try to steal keys off of somebody. Off of a zookeeper. But I'm not great at sneaking.
I just want to get out of this tree. There are too many people staring at my tree, and it makes me uncomfortable, and I just want a different tree.
I don't want to do this, but I could cause a distraction.
I have a possible idea. Is the applesauce pouch that I have metallic on one side?
Yeah.
Can I use it to shine the light into their eyes and blind them temporarily?
I would say at this angle you're not able to do
Dang.
that. You could use it as a distraction if you would like.
I
Shine it on the ground like a laser pointer.
I chuck it at somebody. At the nearest zookeeper to distract them as I try to grab the keys off their belt.
Okay, so if you're going to use that, you can add an extra d6 to your roll for using your applesauce pouch, and roll for clever.
Okay.
And while she's doing that, I think Butterfly is just gonna launch herself out of the tree towards the nearest person that isn't a zookeeper, land on them, jump off of them, and then run.
I got an 11.
Also, she will explain she's doing that to Captain. It's like, how about I do the bouncy and then distract, and then you get away somehow else.
Okay.
Hey, I found the smelly things we were in earlier. They're over that way.
What smelly things?
The things we hid in before we got on the fast thing?
Oh, those smell real nice.
Yeah, they smell funny.
So that was before you jumped. You're telling him that?
Yeah, I'm going to explain that and then jump.
Okay, so Mallory throws the applesauce pouch at the zookeeper, who's very startled by what happened and where this came from. Looks back at the kids that are watching the lemurs in the trees, thinking one of them must have done it. And Mallory's able to jump up and start pulling a key ring off of
Yes. And then I run away.
Belt, while Butterfly is launching herself out of the tree at the people watching. So for that,
specifically not a zookeeper that I'm going for.
Okay, so then roll for roll for clever and add the +2 since you're leaving.
That's 12.
Hey.
You're easily able to do that. So you launch yourself out of the tree, land on the head of the kid, and bounce off toward whatever direction you wanted to run.
And I am just running for where I see a lot of places to hide. Preferably bushes. We've had good luck hiding in those.
Toward the tiger exhibit or the opposite direction for the birds?
Probably not the tiger exhibit if I actually know where that is.
Okay, and then Mallory, you grab the keys, and then what do?
I run towards the tiger exhibit.
Okay, what is Captain doing?
I'll take off my hat and give it a little lemur kiss and say, "You've been so helpful, old friend, but I need you to do this last thing for me." And I'll grab, what type of tree am I in? What type of foliage is there?
I was imagining something like an oak, sort of.
Yeah. So I'll just grab a few handfuls of leaves and stuff them into the hat, and then frisbee the hat out towards everybody so that it just sprays leaves all over the place, and distracts. And then I'll bolt towards the tiger exhibit if I know where that is.
Okay. Yeah, I would say you would. So this would be sort of also roll for clever because it's kind of a mix of things you're doing here, and add your extra d6 for using the hat.
12.
All right, so you're easily enough able to do that and jump down and run. Kind of at the same time, Mallory's going that direction, you go that direction. Butterfly's going the opposite direction. And the two of you, as you're starting to run that direction, Lewis comes running toward you.
Lewis, we're gonna go let out the tigers.
I don't feel like I have time to explain, so I just skid on the ground,
Shout zookeeper,
and then just come right back towards you, with y'all.
And by now I have found a bush. I'm hunkering down in. I'm like, okay, where did everybody go?
We can't keep the four of us together.
It's always Butterfly that gets left out. But I'm like, she wouldn't know that the plan is left. She's just like, I need to get somewhere else and hide.
I'll say in the chaos, they're not sure where everybody went. It was this kind of mass chaos, especially with the lemur vaulting off the head of a kid, and then the kids kind of running and screaming everywhere.
Yeah, she was just going in a direction.
So you hear people yelling, you know they're looking for you, but as far as you can tell, nobody knows where any of you are at the moment. As the three of you get to the tigers, and then Butterfly hanging out in a bush.
I'm hunkered down, pressed as flat as I can, eyes wide, just looking around and just keeping it out, any zookeepers, any friends.
All right, guys, lemurs, I found the shiny things that unlock the door. Magic things that open the door. We just have to figure out which one goes to the tigers. We can open the tigers.
And if none of those work, I have the other magic things that open doors.
That works too.
But that's a lot easier, and I don't have to worry about, chipping a nail or something.
Yeah.
Is the tiger still standing right by the door?
Yeah, it's still sitting in the same place.
Okay, so I say If we get the doors open, we're gonna have to run.
That's fine. Why?
Fast. Just because the tiger's right there.
I'm already like perched up where I can see the tiger and just like staring him down.
Hey, tiger. Hey, tiger, can you understand me?
Yes.
If we open this door to let you out, will you promise not to eat us because we're helping you?
Okay.
I wish there was an insight check in this.
You can't trust a tiger. You can never trust a tiger.
That's tigerist.
They would eat us as fast as they could. It's
How do you know?
There. Okay,
Excuse me. And I go to adjust my cap and it's not there, and I'm like,
ah.
Dude, I'm under a different bush. I'm not there. That's just like...
that's right.
Okay, I'm gonna trust you. What's your name, Mr. or Mrs. Tiger? Sorry, to randomly go with the name.
Did you have tiger names prepared for tonight?
No, I didn't. At this point, the other tiger is starting to kind of get interested and start to slowly stand up. And this one, why can I not remember the names of tigers from anything? It's Shere Khan. It's like, what is the Jungle Book tiger name?
That's a really cool name. My name is Mallory.
It just kind of blinks and stares at you.
Okay, I'm gonna try the keys now. Don't eat me, Shere Khan. I trust you. I'll haunt you for the rest of your life.
Meanwhile, Butterfly's just like, where are they? Where am I? I might start like creeping around under bushes to get farther away from where I was last seen.
It takes a few tries, but you're eventually able to find the key that unlocks the door. And it swings open, and then you notice there's the other one in there that the tiger's sitting on the other side of.
Hi, Shere Khan. Bye. And then I run away.
You unlock the first door, not the second one.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's two doors?
He's just
Oh, yeah, there's two doors.
sitting there.
Right. Okay. Do you want to open it, or do
I'll
you
go
want to use
after
the
the
keys?
second door
Okay, roll.
And attempt to use my lock picking to open it up.
Okay, so
Glad we get to use that.
I know, right?
I hand some pretzel over to the tiger. I didn't eat all of it.
do you reach in there or
No.
do you throw it in?
I just toss it in.
Be specific.
Here, I stole this from a kid.
Kind of noses it and licks it, thinks about it, and then swallows the rest of it.
Oh, he ate that whole. That would have taken me like 2 weeks to eat it.
Yeah, that's how he'll eat you too. Whole, just go.
He's right there. He
Y'all
can hear
gonna
you.
die, and Butterfly's just gonna be hiding under bushes.
I'm hiding
No.
like somewhere outside the first door while this is happening.
Smart.
I'm keeping an eye out for strollers and big bags and or like push carts or something I can hide in.
Is there any objects in the area that I could use as like potential defense mechanisms? Could somebody donate $10 and give me a defense mechanism, like a rocket launcher?
It's also that money will also go to feed kitties and make
Like
sure
these tigers, but
Yes.
not these tigers, because we don't want to feed these.
We're
tigers.
gonna feed the tigers.
You can see
Please.
kind of leaned up against like the back of the enclosure, where it's not like going into it. There's kind of a wall along it. You see a broom, but just the head of the broom is bigger than you are.
That's not gonna work.
Okay, so did you roll for lockpicking?
I did not yet, so here we go.
Okay.
You get +2 because it's your thing, right?
11.
Yeah, so you're able to sit there and work at it for a minute, and then you feel the click. That
My whole my fingers are deep into it. Just
Okay, time to go. Run.
then it clicks and kind of barely pops open enough that you can tell that the door's open, but it hasn't opened enough that the tiger's going through.
I drop down, kind of peek through, make eye contact with the first tiger. Hey, Brutus.
He stares at you and kind of steps a little closer and nudges the door with his nose, and it
Long
starts
time no
to
see.
be open.
It's time to run.
Mm-hmm. Just remember, this was me that did this for you. Turn around and run.
All of a sudden, zookeepers see lemurs running away from the tiger exhibit. They realize, oh god, the door's open.
The tiger pushes it open, and then he will start to walk out, and the other one follows. I don't know if any of you are hanging around to watch this happen, but that's what happened.
I'll be up in a tree somewhere, maybe. That's where it's safe.
I'm
I'll
still hiding under a bush.
I'll look around for Butterfly. I don't think I see her though.
I don't know. I think I'm like closer to the birds. I'm just like, I thought y'all were going to be running away from the tigers.
Butterfly in the sky.
I do tell, as we're running away, I do tell Captain and Mallory, I say, the birds are by the pirates and the snakes too. Let's go to the snakes and birds.
Are we freeing them too?
No.
Yes.
I can let all the snakes out.
Yes, anarchy.
Let's head that way.
So we go back the way we came. Down
Are you
to
just
the
gonna
cave-
run
the cave
straight? Are you just
I
gonna
mean,
run straight
there are
the same way
tigers
as-
loose, so I would imagine there's some pandemonium going on that we can just do whatever we want with the running. And...
I think we should still go behind things and weave our way there. But
Yeah, I'll try to
Sure.
I'll try to sneak and hop from thing to thing.
I will call for Butterfly as
Still
we're
just
running. Does Butterfly eventually hear me?
Yeah, I'll say it doesn't take long before you're close enough that Butterfly can hear you yelling. And around the same point is when everybody starts noticing the tigers. And there are lots of screams.
But Butterfly slowly pokes her head up, over here. Why is everybody
Come on,
screaming?
run! Come here.
I scamper towards everyone.
We may have let the tigers out. Keep running.
We did what? I say.
Now we're gonna free the snakes and the birds.
Okay, this sounds fun. Will this help us get to the open sea?
I don't remember what the actual plan was to do, but we're causing anarchy.
We were supposed to get to the open sea.
Maybe the open sea is the zoo once we collect it from the humans.
Maybe the open sea is the friends we freed along the way.
Just to take over the entire zoo, and they're not going to be able to reclaim that anytime soon. And we can be long gone instead of in a pirate ship by the time they figure out.
Yes.
My dog had a nightmare until we threw him.
Aww.
Okay, so you see there's a small pond area not too far from where you are with the fence around it. There are flamingos inside there, and then there's a big cage that has some birds flying around, toucans and stuff, and then buildings that you can see on the outside of the buildings. There are pictures. There's 2 buildings. One that has pictures of birds on it, and one that has pictures of fish on it.
Did you see the pirate symbol or the pirate anything piratey from here?
Not yet. So you can't from where you are right now.
Yeah, could we climb up something? Like, are we ground level or are we in trees at the moment?
Yeah, that might make sense.
I think we're good. We've been currently ground level.
Yeah. So could we could one of us climb a tree and or up on a building or something and kind of survey?
Yeah, you could do that. Find a tree close.
Butterfly, jump up into a tree. See what you see.
Okay, I jump up into a tree and what do I see?
You can see above the building, not on top of the building, but past the building, you can see a pirate flag.
You hear this lemur gasp. I just drop back in. I found it. It's over. It's on the other side of the big thing. It's on the other side. I saw the pirate thing. I think I found the open sea.
Do we free the birds first, or do we just go?
Let's just go.
Why don't we let the birds out? That sounds like a party.
What if the tigers eat the birds?
The tigers are on the ground, aren't they?
Sometimes birds go on the ground.
Yeah, but birds aren't dumb most of the time.
Have you met a bird?
I mean, I've seen crows. I've seen the blackbirds steal stuff from people, and they teach people into
That is
feeding
pretty
and stuff.
smart, actually. Yeah.
Plus,
I should probably
if there
rethink
was
my inherent biases towards birds.
Well, yeah, but also, I think they might be harder to catch, so it'd be nice and distracting.
That's a good
Also,
point.
if we're having fun, why shouldn't they have fun too?
If we can do it fast, but the open sea's right there.
Birds and then sea.
Mallory, is that okay with you?
Only if we can save the snakes too.
I don't even see the snakes. I see fish.
No. I thought those was reptiles. Whatever, we'll save the birds.
Yes.
We could save the fish too. No, wait. Can fish walk?
We could try.
Can fish walk?
That'll make the cats happy.
Do we know?
No, I don't think we would have a
don't think we
reason to. We would just think, oh, these poor things are stuck in water. We have to save them.
First, we'll save the birds. A donation for a garbage bag could help those fish.
Just Finding Nemo style. Just.
Were you prepared for this kind of chaos when you agreed to do this?
There wasn't
Eliot?
even $100 donated, and there was still
And we're in
chaos.
chaos
I had no
mode.
idea what to expect, but
Just imagine what would happen if you donated $100 right now, because you would be saving just so many cats
And fish.
and just
Well, fish
everything with this unlock in the zoo.
Magically. The emergency button is pushed and all animals are freed.
I mean, and what would all of this be if we dialed it up to chaos?
That's a very good
Exactly.
Exhausting.
Do it.
Do it.
Okay, does anybody go to unlock the bird cage?
I
I
guess so.
will. I have the
Yeah.
keys.
Oh, that's right.
You are also tiny. You are
Yeah.
also the tiny one.
That one.
I'm just imagining a mouse lemur scabbering around trying to carry keys.
I'm very clever.
Yeah,
You're strong.
I'm not clever at at all.
With the keys, you're able to find the right one and get them out, considering everybody's distracted by the tigers right now.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
and
hey, birds.
Just kind of start squawking. Sometimes you can hear an occasional word in there, like what? But sometimes it's just mostly bird squawking.
Okay, at opening the door, you can all fly free. Can fish survive without water? Should we free the fish?
Are you asking the birds?
Yes.
yes.
You hear fish? Fish? Mine? Just looking around for fish.
There's seagulls here? What?
I'm gonna take that as a no. Okay, cool.
Fish are outside. Fish are outside. Fish are outside.
I open the door. There's fish out there. Also tigers. Also people. Go poop on people. I don't know. Bye.
Go poop on the tigers.
Yes, also that. And then I will open the door, both doors, and then run back.
You see some of the birds just kind of stay inside in confusion, and some fly out, and some like try to go out through the bars, and it doesn't work, and it takes them a little while to find their way over to the door.
Yes, that's birds.
I watch this and I start to go, I'm going to take back what I said about birds not being dumb, because look at that.
You thought you could pass for one of the two-legged naked things.
If you all hadn't started stealing cookies, I had it. They thought I was a child.
They started calling for others before that.
We were
You know
trying
that was
to
because of
distract.
me.
They were pointing at you.
They
It could have been
were.
pointing adjacent to me.
No.
Nobody was near you.
Come on, let's go.
Okay, fine. What else is there other than the open sea? Is that it? That's all we're saving?
We're saving ourselves.
Well, I meant, yeah, but obviously, but is the open sea right there? Is that it?
Well, aren't there tigers wandering around? I really don't want to know if I don't want to find out the hard way if they eat.
They're over there. It's fine. Let's
How
go.
loud is the screaming getting about the tigers?
Everybody's kicked out now.
It's like, yeah, you hear a lot of noise, a lot of pandemonium. You can see them like trying to herd people together, and they are trying to get people out of the zoo, but it's also mass chaos.
Can I have your attention, please? Please exit the zoo in an orderly fashion. Do not stampede.
And you see an occasional golf cart going by with zookeepers in it too, because they're trying to round people up and speaking out over bullhorns.
Tigers smell fear.
All right, let's book it to the open sea for the pirate ship.
The open sea.
If this doesn't work, maybe we can like hide in one of the things they stick their ugly little naked things in.
You're gonna have to unpack that one for me. Not quite sure what
Hide
the
in the
context of that
stroller.
was.
If we can't get out through the open sea, let's hide in strollers.
Okay.
Oh, actually, that's a genius idea.
It is a good idea.
Just hide in the strollers as they're leaving.
Okay, I think now would probably be a good time to take a quick break before you go see what the pirates are.
Okay, that sounds good.
Perfect.
Before you go find the death pirates.
Yeah. I wonder if
Well,
there's
that's a
snakes on the way.
Maybe.
It's probably that kind.
Depending on what you remember and could piece together from the map. They're
I
in there
didn't-
with the fish. So on the building that had the picture on the map of, there was the one with the birds, and then there was one that had fish and snakes. So
I never saw it. I was too busy eating animal crackers, so I don't know. God, this game's fun.
So you guys taking a bio break?
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. I will bring up the kitten cam.
Kittens!
All right.
We ready to
What's that?
traumatize more zookeepers?
You good to go?
All right, so you've let out the birds from the cage. There's the building that has the picture of birds on it, and the building that has the picture of the fish on it. And then from climbing up the tree, you know the pirate flag is on the other side of those buildings.
Yeah. So we're
So-
going for that. And if that doesn't work, we're going to hide in strollers.
That's the plan.
I like
Okay, you
Love it.
see over there people. One of the golf carts with the bullhorns went past you and is over down that direction that you want to go, and you see them like kind of slowly trying to usher people. Well, trying to hurry, but it is a slow process of ushering people out and people coming out. You don't see anybody coming out of the buildings at the moment, and you can start making your way down toward the fire flag.
We gotta be careful. They know we're going this way.
Do they though?
I don't know. Sometimes they're lucky.
That's true. Sometimes they are lucky.
I mean, they're dealing with tigers on the loose, so I don't think today's their lucky day.
No, I think they're a little busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're saying as we sneakily
Yes,
skipper
yeah.
towards
I'll say you're easily enough able to work your way. If you can sneak around behind the buildings.
Butterfly will offer to carry you the keys since they're probably about as big as Mallory is.
Yeah, she's just like waddling while carrying them.
She's like, here, let me carry those. And like, just grab the keys.
So you're able to sneak around the buildings to where you see people coming out from the front. You can go around the building, behind the buildings with the animal pictures on them, and you round a corner and you see this big expanse of sand. And in the sand, you see what looks like kind of a wrecked ship, and you see near that these poles with swings, kind of like the ones in your enclosure.
Oh, I'm just like touching this, like, what is this? What
I think
is
that's a pirate
it?
ship.
We got a
This is
donation
no
for a
sweet.
rocket launcher.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you. That's gonna be fun. So you see, coming up from the ship, there's a big mast and there's a pirate flag on it. And humans would know this is a playground where there would be lots of kids, except at this point, everybody's being ushered away and they kind of blocked off the front entrance to the playground area. So it is currently a kid-free playground. And you can see things here and there on the ground where it got left.
Is this the open sea?
It's gotta be the open sea. There's places for us to climb and swing. There's not a child in sight.
Is there a hat that's been left behind on the ground?
I'll say you're able to find a hat.
Is there a
and
rocket launcher on the
To
ground?
find the rocket launcher, I'm going to say there is a little small
Like a potato
storage
gun.
building with the door that's open. Probably
Okay.
because the zookeeper's been going out, trying to take people out, and just things are chaos right now. So there's an
I'm
open
now
door.
concerned about the state of the sea that there's a rocket launcher in the shed.
So who goes over to the shed?
Well, I'll
I wonder
grab
if
the
there's
hat
anything over in here.
because I want to replace my hat I lost. So I'll get that first.
I also want to look around to replace my applesauce pouch with something else.
I'm just gonna
You
go
can
up.
find a box of animal crackers like the ones that Butterfly
Yes.
found earlier. What kind of hat does Captain find?
I'd like it to be a bucket hat for like a little girl that has like a flower print kind of all over it, and maybe just like My kid's into Pinkalicious right now, so maybe it's got like a little Pinkalicious branding on the side.
I love it.
That's adorable.
And then in the shed, you see what would be kind of like not exactly a lost and found, but sort of just things that they've found and collected that you can imagine they picked up from different places and just like stashed in there, along with cleaning supplies.
Sitting there like, oh,
And you see a
so
rocket
much
launcher.
stuff. Ooh, guys, come look at this. Come look at this.
I pick up the animal crackers and waddle liver.
Before this happens, I'm climbing the mast of the ship and trying to figure out if we're still in the zoo.
Wait, we've
Okay.
actually come pretty far from our enclosure this time.
It's true.
But
Yeah.
I'm just digging through the lost and found and looking up at the rocket launcher.
Okay, I would say you're able to see from that high up. There's next to this playground area, there are more snack areas. Some more of a bigger, like there's a little snack stand, but there's also a bigger restaurant area, cafe thing, with seats outside too. Past that's the gift shop, and then the zoo entrance. So you're able to see all of that, and you see the people. Like to you, it's like big gate-like things, and people all being led to those gates and ushered out.
Is the playground like up against a fence as well? Or is it like more, is it not that close to the edge of the zoo?
There are some trees and things kind of along the back of it. Like you don't know what's over there, what's on the other side. You see, you can if you get up high enough, you can see what a person would know to be cars. I'm not sure what your lemur would think those are.
Beetles. They're just weird beetles.
So you can't, like, I would say there are enough trees and things that, like, you can see some fence through it, but it's probably not entirely clear what is going on.
Okay,
That this is zoo and that is not zoo.
gotcha.
And then if you keep watching, you'll see people out there and you'll see cars moving, but it's probably kind of a pretty congested situation as everybody's trying to get out. So probably lots of just kind of stop and go with the cars trying to get out of the parking lot.
Okay, then I'll go back down and meet everybody in the shed and see what Butterfly wants us to see.
Look at the big thing I found. It looks like you could do stuff with it. I'm pointing to the rocket launchers. I have no idea how we know how to operate it, but I sure as hell am
What
gonna
is it?
try.
It's just like a big tube of some sort.
I've seen the little ones with smaller versions of this, and sometimes like things come out of it when you hit a certain button.
You think food comes out of it?
I don't know, but it's gotta be something cool. I mean, it's so big and shiny.
I mean, we're on the open sea, so it's got to be amazing.
Yeah.
Mallory, can you pick it up?
I don't think so. I think I feel like this is bigger than I am.
Maybe Mallory can pick it up. She's strong.
I'm gonna let y'all just kind of narrate what all you do with this thing, and you can decide what happens with it.
I'm gonna try
Okay.
and find buttons to push.
No. Hold on. Let's pick it up first and take it outside.
Yeah, between the four of us, we should be able to carry it.
Yeah.
I'll lift it up with my super strength. Just hold the back and keep it steady. It's a little too wobbly.
I'm gonna whisper to Captain. Captain, I think we're still in the zoo.
We're in the open sea.
Obviously.
But look, and I point to like the snack carts and the tables that are.
Well, just because there's still things. No, trust me. I know all about the open sea. Right? This is absolutely the open sea. We're not in the zoo anymore.
Didn't you not know anything about the open sea? Like,
Shh, carry your
earlier?
thing, Mallory.
I am carrying it. Wait,
I'm-
hold on. Is there like a higher point that we could see everything?
I went up to the mast and I saw there were people going out, some going away through a big tall thing, and I saw lots of food places.
What
And
if we... Let's go up to the mast and see where the outside of the zoo is.
Well, do we want to get some food out of the tube first?
No, let's just go up.
I'm just like, can we make sure no lemurs are in front of this?
My goal out of character is to accidentally launch the rocket launcher towards the entrance of the zoo.
Civilian casualties.
No, all the people could be fine.
We
No
could make
tigers
our
were
own
hurt.
entrance.
Fair. Are we near an exit on the other side?
I think we're all climbing up the mast to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll climb up. Fine, show me how we're not out of the zoo in the open sea.
And the mast up at the top has a fake crow's nest.
Yeah.
Like the ship part is kind of made into a play area for the kids, but there's no way up the mast for kids, obviously. But there is a crow's nest up there that you could climb up to.
Oh, there's a really tall thing. I'm gonna go up there and I start bounding up.
You're all able to climb up well enough.
And I show everybody what I saw earlier with the like things between us and the exit or the entrance, and then I point over towards where the cars are.
What if we go that way? Why don't we just go out and then I point in the direction that is nearest to us? Why can't we just kind of go that way? Aren't there trees?
What do you mean?
I don't believe it.
Like, what do you mean? If we walk that way, we have to find the way out.
No, this is the open sea.
Can't we just go that way? There are trees.
There's trees in the zoo.
No, this is the open sea. I'm staying in the open sea.
But there's more trees over there, though.
I don't see any of that. I just kind of slowly crawl my way back down the mast and find a corner to just sit in the dark underneath some playground material.
Did that hat look like a hat that I saw a kid wearing?
Yeah, I would say you could have seen a kid wearing
It
that.
looked familiar. His captain's new hat looks familiar. I don't know why.
I think the little ones have stuff like that on their heads sometimes.
Weird.
Usually the ones like that, they dance with me. Either that or they're just doing the thing where their face gets red. And they make that annoying noise.
I imitate the annoying noise.
No.
That one?
I also... Yeah, that's more like this. And then I also imitate the... Let's go see what the tube does. Do you want to go see what the tube does?
Sure. As I'm carrying a rocket launcher. Let's go down the tube.
I thought we left the rocket launcher on the ground and then went up to the mast. I didn't think you were carrying it with you because I
was trying to carry it because I wanted to accidentally have it go off, but I got a weird smiley, not smiley face in the chat for that one. Think that's a no, don't do that. Smiley face.
Can Lewis look at the rocket launcher and try and figure out what it is?
Yeah. I would say y'all can just decide what you do with it and how it ends up happening.
Can we just kind of point it towards the sort of side, the nearest part of zoo wall we can escape through and accidentally fire it?
Yes. Yes, let's do that.
I think Lewis also accidentally.
Or do we want to obliterate the fish?
No. The fish are fine.
Fair.
We want to save the fish, not murder the fish.
I think Lewis would also accidentally attach his leash to the end of the rocket at some point. I think that would have happened.
That would have happened, yeah.
Oh man, that's gotta be great.
They're trying to make it work. You're gonna try to stick it in there, and then it just gets caught on. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, trying to make it go or do something.
And did we decide this is like a backpack leash where you're wearing the backpack?
I think it's like I carry it like wrapped around me, even though it's not a backpack leash, because I'm a lemur, so I don't have much to do with it. So I have it kind of like wrapped around me like a climber carries rope, and there's just an end that's dangling off and attached to a rocket launcher.
Geoff caused amazing things to happen. That's what has happened.
It's true.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Plan A. Point this thing towards something that's not a lemur and see what happens.
I like that.
I don't have any other letters after A.
Let's do it. Look,
Okay.
that's not a lemur. I point towards just like
Wall.
past the ship. Yeah, like where a wall is.
I just start pushing buttons and pulling triggers on the rocket launcher.
I also start pushing buttons and tugging on things.
I begin to walk over, but I feel like something might happen before I finish.
Do you shoot the wall?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the goal.
You hear this really loud noise, and something jerks so that whoever's holding it just like kind of knocks you down, and then there's
I just pictured it was on the ground and we were just sitting like, what does this do?
and there's like the smoking hole in between the trees and the fence.
Did I go with it?
And yeah, you would have it. I'll say it pulled you, and you can decide if like you got hung up or dropped or went with it. How far?
I think I would have tried to grab, as soon as I started to get pulled, I would have tried to grab the nearest lemur to me. Not knowing that I would be taking them with me.
You grab Butterfly's tail.
Yeah. Do I hold on to Butterfly?
You are more than welcome to hold on to Butterfly.
No!
Oh my
I
god.
guess.
Captain!
Like, what does this do? Ah!
Oh no, Captain is in deep denial underneath a piece of playground equipment. He just hears the boom and is like, oh, it's gonna be a thunderstorm.
Captain! Captain!
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
go
in the
find
open
him
sea.
and I
You hear
smack him
butterflies.
across the face.
You hear thunder screams as we're just flying.
It's supposed to be
Captain.
the open sea.
We made a hole. There was a big boom. There's a hole to the outside, maybe. Also, we lost Butterfly and Lewis. So we have to go get them. You're the captain. You're
My
in
name's
charge.
Captain. I'm not the captain. I'm only 2 months old.
Fine, I'm the captain, and we're gonna go.
Okay, Captain.
I'm like actively
I'm the
crying at this
captain
point.
now.
Here, Captain, you're gonna need this. And I hand my hat over.
It's too big for me.
The whole thing probably just fits right over Mallory.
I just like pulled it up. I'm like, I can't see with this on.
Oh, I'll hold it then. Okay.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Imagine you went
noise.
through and hit a car, like crashed through the fence and it hit a car, and you just like fell off.
Half of a leash still wrapped
Car.
around me.
that was
noise.
fun. We should do that again.
Want to
are
need
we?
another rocket launcher?
What do you know? The car trunk pops open and look what's there.
What's in the
Voila.
car trunk? Weird.
There are car alarms going off all around you, people yelling, and
Let's just keep going and
cars.
see
From a
what other
human
fun stuff we
perspective,
can
things
find.
are like really stuck in the traffic now. But
We can climb on top of the weird thing, on the big beetle-looking things. The cars.
I mean, I would see that a car has a handle, right? For the door.
Yeah.
Maybe not the car that just got hit.
Right.
but-
Can I hijack a car by picking the lock and see if I can get the door open?
Lewis is still in like
Yes,
the small
please.
mouse lemur shaped dent in the back of the trunk, just having not moved, and is just like staring back at
Butterfly
the
is
hole in
trying-
the zoo wall.
Butterfly will gently pry Lewis out of the den. Like, Kevin, that was fun, wasn't it?
Oh, thank goodness you guys are okay.
That was amazing. Let's do that again.
I'll say you see cars, you see some empty cars around you, you see some with people in them, and you see some with like people opening doors and trying to get kids and stuff inside and everything.
Yeah, if I see
No,
that, I'll go to an
ones.
empty one and see if
Oh.
I can open it up.
I'll say it might take a couple of tries, but you're able to find one that will open.
Okay.
Hey, everyone! This seems to be some sort of transportation device. I bet we can make it work.
Okay.
I caught half of those words. But okay.
I
It's
climb
a
it.
small version of the moving thing that we were on before.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I climb in onto the front driver's floor.
I think like I've got Lewis all like on my back like a backpack if he's still shocked up.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I'm basically giving him a piggyback ride. He'll be okay.
I'm having my captain moment, just like dazed and confused, like muttering like the open sea, like under my breath.
That's 2 out of 4 lemurs that have been emotionally broken. We'll get all 4.
Can there be like a postcard in the rear view, like hanging from the rear view mirror or something that's like has an ocean on it?
Sure.
Look, this is the open sea, guys.
Do you think we can get there with this
Maybe.
small train?
It's
How
been there
does it
before.
It
How
has
does
to.
it work?
Maybe it knows how to get back.
Maybe.
Hey, car! I don't know, it's a car. Hey, small train! And maybe Siri like lights up on the dashboard.
Maybe there's a push to start button.
Yes.
And they left the key in
And they
here
left the
because they're
keys in.
stupid.
I'm gonna say. So what was happening was somebody got to the car, got in. The keys are in the ignition, and they were like putting something back in the trunk, and then the explosion happened. So they got sidetracked over there trying to figure out what's going on and talk
Fantastic.
to
Yeah.
people. So the keys in the ignition, the trunk is open, and there's currently not anybody at the car right this second.
So we just need someone at the gas pedal, someone to handle to driving, and someone to shift the gears, except we don't know any of that.
Is
Sure,
anybody?
this is gonna go great.
Is everybody inside the car?
Yeah, I think at this
Yes.
point, yeah.
Fantastic. I said I was on the floorboard originally, but then I said I also saw something up on top, so I'm in 2 places at once. But
Did you close the doors when you got in out of curiosity?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
probably not. I'm gonna see what this button does and push on the gas. And nothing happens.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think the key was in the ignition, but
But it
not
hasn't
act-
been turned. Yeah, it hasn't been turned on.
hasn't been turned. So
Okay.
the car
I
is
pushed-
not running.
I pushed the brake to see if that does anything.
Are you pushing or are you just like sitting on it?
I'm using my strength to do it.
Ah, gotcha.
Try something up there, maybe?
Yeah, there's
I'm
all
just
sorts of
gonna
buttons
start
and
pushing
dials.
buttons. I'm just gonna start pushing buttons and just like occasionally double check on Lewis. Just like, still okay, you're good. You there, buddy? Okay, he's getting there.
I don't think this is working. I think it's a broken train.
Is there like...
Can we crawl on top of the trains?
Wait, is there something to open the door? Like the thing we use for the door?
We already opened the door. We don't need to open it. It's open right there.
But is there a door there? Because I see the thing hanging and it's sticking in something, but I don't see a door.
That must be where they store it when they're not using it to open the door.
I wonder what happens if you try to do something with it, because sometimes you have to move the thing to get it to do something.
Do you? Interesting.
Isn't that how you do it? Because
I do it with this.
Yeah, but we see sometimes I've seen them and then they put the thing in the thing and then they turn it.
Oh, they do, don't they? Can you reach it?
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to turn the keys.
Give it a turn.
I am stepping on the brake.
We also would have to change what gear it's in. I don't know if anyone is messing with that lever.
I'm just leaning back.
It can stay in park for now.
Stick shift.
So you turn the key in the ignition, and it starts making funny noises and rumbling, and loud rock music starts blaring at you.
Oh.
I think that would jolt Lewis awake, and I'd probably, just for pure comedic value, jump off of Butterfly and straight onto the gear shift.
And you bump it into drive?
And bump it into drive.
What happened? I hit the other brake as I go to the other gas pedal, or the gas pedal as I go to see what happened, and we lurched forward.
So you hit the car into drive and then went forward?
Mm.
So you hit the gas, and the car is like, words of life, shoots forward, and you crash into the fence that you just came out of a few cars down. And you find yourself then, do you stay on the gas, or do you...
I don't know what's going on, so yes.
Stop!
How?
Maybe you can throw it off
car
of the
goes
gas.
parading through into the through the sand and crashes.
We're going back the wrong way.
Turn the thing.
You mean like this? I'm just gonna start.
No,
like,
turn the key back.
the
Turn the key back. Turn the key back. Turn it off.
Thankfully, it doesn't do that while it's driving.
You
still on the gas pedal. I don't think I can turn it off. You say turn the thing, and I'm like, there's a thing in front of me, so I just.
Do you start doing? What do you do?
She turned the thing. There's a thing in front of her face, so she's just gonna start trying to turn the wheel.
You start to clip the side of the pirate ship, and you jerk the steering wheel, and you just like turn straight into it and just crash into the shipwreck.
I think we're back on the open sea again. I don't know where. I'm sorry. There's a lot of really loud noises and a lot of people yelling at me, and I panicked.
Is this a sign that this actually is the open sea, or is this a sign that we messed up?
I think we messed up.
Yes.
I don't think we messed up.
Maybe we need to get into one of these where there's one of the people in it, and then just hide. And they'll take us to the open sea.
That's a good point. There were other ones that the back thing was open.
Yeah, let's go hide in one of those.
Okay.
We're gonna try to sneak into the trunk of a car.
Yes. And I can open one if we can't find an open one.
So you got, as you're... The doors got pushed closed again as you were as you crashed through the fence.
Are we stuck
but
in the car?
you're able to open the door easily enough.
I also feel like at least one of the windows broke.
Probably so. So you could climb out a window, open a door to get out. But as you're running, as you're all like tumbling out of the car, you see somebody running through the fence toward the car, presumably the owner.
As 4 lemurs come running past them.
Don't worry, the humans will never believe them.
Let's go find another one.
So then you run back out of the parking lot?
Yeah, we're gonna try to find an open car door or trunk that we can hide in and go to the open sea.
You see, you have cars in a variety of states as people are leaving, with people opening trunks, throwing things in the car, closing them again. Sometimes there will be a trunk open.
I imagine.
People are doing things. So you can try to sneak into one that's open that people have been sticking things in.
Yeah, or if there's a side door open where there aren't people standing next to it.
You could go for either. What do you want to go for?
I don't know.
Open without somebody there.
Yeah.
Like a door or side door or trunk?
Side door.
Trunk.
Yeah.
Okay, trunk.
Yeah, because trunk will be easier to hide. Yeah.
Okay, do you want to
Side
go
door
up?
will be easier to cause chaos, but
There are some ways to get there from the trunk from inside of the car.
we'll find out.
Either that or
So-
I'll die in the trunk.
Also likely.
It's, I'm sure pretty hectic in the parking lot right now. So you can choose where you're going to go run up to, and
Wait, are there any trucks? Or we could just hop into the back of a truck?
I'll say I could find a truck, which would be easier to just leap into the back of a truck than to try to get into one where people have been putting things in.
Just getting pretty long. Look, there's one that's open. There's one that's open. Let's get in that one.
Go, go, go.
Just running, and I'm just gonna grab Liz by the hand, sling him around my shoulder like a backpack, and just jump into that trunk. Set him down. Look there. Does anyone else need help? Well, do I need to roll for that?
We crawl up. Up.
I'll say it's getting late, and it's, lots of chaos. So if you want to run and jump to the back of a truck, you can do that.
Yeah. So we just all pile in the back of someone's truck.
Yeah, and
hide.
Yeah, you can just lay there and you wait, and you hear people, and you hear cars, and you hear horns honking, and
We pick some bugs off each other while we're waiting.
occasionally people yelling things over bullhorns and stuff. And eventually, you can tell somebody is getting into the front of this truck that you're all in, and then it starts to rumble like the car did.
Oh, it's about to crash.
Oh,
Hold on.
I grab onto the little metal things on the side where they would tie the ropes to in the truck.
I grab on the Mallory.
I grab onto.
I mean, that's fair, actually.
Butterfly.
It's a much slower movement than you previously experienced in the car. Just slowly backs up and turns around some, and lots of stopping and starting as it's on the way out the zoo.
They can't decide where they're going.
Either that, yeah. But I think we're going away, which means hopefully we're going to the open sea, because if it's not the zoo, it's the open sea, right?
Or another zoo in the Zooniverse.
Yeah.
Well, if it's another zoo, we know how to get out of those.
That's true. We're expert zoo escapees now.
Sure.
All we need are galoshes and a rocket launcher.
A set of keys.
And some tigers.
We also need a applesauce pouch and a pirate hat.
Well, it's not a pirate hat, but I do have this new one. It's pretty good.
That's really cute.
Looks good on you.
Yeah.
I think I saw a kid wearing that once.
What?
You just see the hat go sailing out the back of the truck as we run off into the sunset.
Hooray.
You see, trucks you pass by sometimes, and then eventually you get to where you start picking up speed once he's actually out of the zoo parking lot, and you see buildings that you're going past and other traffic, and you escaped the zoo in the back of a truck.
Yay!
After just so much chaos.
We didn't
And
need
then
the
the
$100
rocket
chaos
launcher,
button.
yes. Yeah, and then the rocket launcher happened.
You can stay in the back of the truck and see where it goes. You can jump out the downtown of this big city and wreak havoc downtown.
Lemurs downtown.
Who knows where you go next?
That's
We open a coffee shop. We're 4 lemurs in a trench coat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's the next game. 4 lemurs in a trench coat.
Yes, agreed.
Maybe you find the forest and then eventually past that, maybe the open sea. Who knows?
And none of us can swim.
And then somehow we end up on a boat to
100%
Madagascar.
Right.
There are more lemurs than you could ever imagine.
And it's not a zoo.
And I become queen.
The first remotely open, windy landscape Lewis sees out the back of the truck.
Yeah, that's the open sea.
Into like a random desert or a field or something.
We just start terrorizing farmers. But
I
their kids
swear
love
there
us.
was a lemur. Why? There wouldn't be a lemur around here.
Amazing.
Oh, this has been too much fun.
Good job, guys. That was awesome.
That was fun. And you made it out.
I haven't laughed that hard in a really long time.
Well, thank you so much, GM. You did an wonderful.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, for sure.
awesome.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun.
Lemurs on a boat.
Why don't we go around, refresh everyone who you is, and where you is, and what you do's.
Who you is, where you is, what you do's.
I is Andrew with the First Watch. We're a cinematic actual play doing a show with, well, a world with many different shows, all set in the fantasy kingdom of Alson, where the planes are less than stable. And you can find us on the Twitters and the YouTubes and all that good stuff. And so glad I got to do this tonight. This was a blast.
Also, highly recommend this show. It's really good.
Thank you.
Especially Ed Greenwood, because I was on it too.
You were on it. It was awesome. Yeah.
I know. I love the concept of that. I am Nikki, and you can find me at Beholder to No One, wherever podcasts can be found, or on Twitter, where I'm the only one that runs everything. So, yeah, you'll find me there. You can also find me on Dice Before Dawn, where we will have a Vampire the Masquerade game starting soon, and Sound Control RPG, where we'll have a Savage Worlds game starting soon. And I'm also currently the DM for Awfully Queer Heroes, which I forgot to mention earlier, where we are doing Uncaged Anthology, which is the Uncaged D&D 5th edition book found on DM's Guild, where the mythological creatures aren't necessarily the bad guys. And they're all female mythological creatures, which is pretty badass. I guess that was my one curse word. I think I've been pretty good today.
Which one are you on that's doing Uncaged? Because
Awfully Queer Heroes.
okay.
And I'm Brianna. You can find me on Twitter at Brianna Jeans. You can find all of my podcast stuff at Pseudonym Social. We are now on more than just Twitter, but you can find most of the stuff through Twitter because I'm doing literally everything, so I apologize. Got Aboard the Apple Star, an Genesis 5e actual play podcast that I've been running, Disciples of the A, which is D&D that I am playing in, and an upcoming Monster of the Week that will be a shorter run campaign, but I'm having far too much fun with it because I just have too much fun with stories. Oh, and I'm also recently joined the cast of The Graveyard Tapes, which is an audio drama about a part-time magician, full-time just private detective.
And I'm JJ. I don't have anything to plug, but I had a great time tonight. And It was really fun playing with all of
Yeah, so much fun.
I
Just
really
give it
enjoyed
time. You'll
this.
be involved in everything soon.
I'm sure.
That's how it started. It was just a
It's a snowball.
discussion show
It's
a year and a
snowball.
half ago.
Yep.
Just one discussion show.
Character interviews. Character interviews is how I got started.
Now I'm
Oh,
in
that's
6.
right. I couldn't remember what.
Yeah,
I remember there was
Tales of
something you
Adventure.
talked about last year that you were starting, and I've been trying to remember what it was. And that's it.
Our time traveling cowboy in our D&D game was on her show. It was great.
Oh yeah, yeah. That show is on kind of permanent hiatus because I ran out of spoons for that.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
Elliot, don't forget about yourself.
You can find me on most social media at it's Eliot Kate. I do cosplay. I write mostly solo journaling games, with this as the exception, and I'm working on some other one-page games. I'm currently on a mini campaign on Other Doc's channel on Tuesday nights, where we're having lots of fun being robots that are working our way to our ultimate doom on Mars. It's very interesting, fascinating system that we're playtesting. So I'll be on that Tuesday night. I think that's all I have to plug right now, but this was a lot of fun.
Yes, thank you guys. That was very entertaining.
So much fun.
Mhm.
Just a reminder, we've got one more day of games starting at 8 a.m. Mountain Time tomorrow. I will be running D&D 5e game, Murder in Mossbank, The Dead Don't Die, a sequel to the one we did last year, and basically we're debuting The Dead Don't Die. Jess Wade wrote this. They were already working on it, but this kind of lit a fire. So we'll be debuting it, and they'll be releasing it July 30th. And then at noon Mountain Time, we'll have Breakfast Cult, which is a fate-based system. And then at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, we have another D&D 5e game. And then to close it all out at 8 p.m., we've got another Powered by the Apocalypse game, Happiest Apocalypse on Earth.
And I'm playing in that one.
And Nikki and I are in it.
We're
Got
besties.
one of my players in the Breakfast Cult, so I'm like, I gotta watch that one.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm in the 5e game, which I'm excited about because I've had a character I've been wanting a chance to play. It's like, oh, I love all the other systems and stuff, but I get a chance to use this character I've been building.
Nice.
So.
That's always fun. That's what I did actually on Fuck Cancer Roll Dice. I had this character I made, never got to use them, so I'm like, yes.
I wanted to play in more games, but on Sunday, but I have a recording that day that like just falls in between like two of them, and I'm like,
Yeah, don't do that to yourself.
I've done it to
mean,
myself
it's-
before. It's not fun.
not terrible, but
One time I was like, okay, you have a 4-hour slot from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. my time. I can't do the one before that because I'm recording. Can't do the one after that because I'm recording. But I was very tired that weekend.
yeah, I'm probably gonna spend most of tomorrow editing. Let's be real.
That's what I need to do.
So yeah, just catch us tomorrow. We are at 1360. That's only 200 away from what we made last year, so that's super exciting.
Woo.
And donations get you entries into the raffle. If you go to Meowrathon.com, you can see what we have available. There's a lot of really cool stuff, so check that out. In fact, I've got more stuff to add I haven't done yet. So thanks everyone, and have a good night.
Bye.